Okay, let's talk about Egypt Game Chapter 5 through 6. So I asked the question, why are the children especially captivated by this game? Well, there are many other games that other usual children play. They could throw a ball, they could play with Barbie dolls, or they could do something else that other children do. But why especially Egypt game? I think there are several reasons for each of these children. So I think for April especially, this game offers a chance to escape from reality because April is suffering at the moment because the absence of her mother, and she feels rejected and abandoned by her mother. So this game is a chance for her to forget about these painful situation, and basically it provides a refugee where she can control things and creates a fascinating reality which is removed from the harsh reality that she's facing. Also, Melanie is a cheerful girl, she's optimistic, and then there's nothing um, particularly lacking in her life, but Melanie has been also looking for a friend to share her intellectual interests. She's a bookworm, but then it's really hard to find a bookworm in a usual school environment, right? So when she saw April, and then when she realized that she shared interests with April, she was immensely joyed. So this Egypt game gives her a chance to explore her creativity and intellectual tendency and form bonds with somebody who shares your academic interest. What about Marshall? Marshall is only 4 years old. What would be the reason? What could possibly be the reason for a 4-year-old to participate in this kind of game? I think there's definitely a reason. Usually, the younger you are, the more you're drawn to fantastic elements. And then I think Marshall is a lot younger than the two other girls, but then when he is designated as the pharaoh, he feels very powerful, feels included and valued by older children. So I think that's why Marshall also passionately involves himself into the game. And then the game is pretty intricate, pretty complex, right? With a lot of rituals, costumes, and it's very detailed. So I think since it's complex and complicated, the children never get bored, so they continuously challenge themselves by making up songs and rituals and writings and so on. Uh, yeah, so it's basically a medium through which the two girls can strengthen their friendship and then strengthen the common interest that they share. Yeah, and Marshall, he's treated as an equal participant, so his self-esteem is boosted. Yeah, even 4-year-olds can have self-esteem, and he can have a sense of belonging. And then also the setting of the game is interesting. They are playing it at the backyard of the professor's antique shop, and then they think that the professor is not aware that the children are playing, but I'm sure the professor is aware. It hasn't been revealed yet, but then the fact that it's hidden, the fact that it's forbidden, and then they are enjoying the thrill of being caught, at the verge of being caught. So it's basically a secret world, allowed only for them. So this kind of sense of exclusivity and then forbiddenness adds the passion that they have for this game. Yeah, so Melanie was pretty much worried before the school started because she thought that all the children are going to consider April as a weird girl, weirdo, and then they're going to bully April very much. But in the beginning, April was teased a little bit, and other kids were a little bit thrown off by April because she's a very new type of kid. But then, after a while, kids got used to April, and then they started validating and respecting April in their own ways because April is definitely an attractive character. She is charming. She has a lot of charms. So I guess when you're around April, your life can become interesting. She's pretty smart. She's pretty fearless. She doesn't really fear an authority figure, even a teacher. So when she is asked a question in class, the answers that she provides are unpredictable and then very creative, very original. So when you hear April's answer, you can see that she's a very creative person and that she can think outside the box. Also, there are instances when April does bold things and then dares herself to the things that other children are afraid to. For example, she put a stink bug on the principal's desk. So she is a risk taker, and that arouses admiration from other kids. So she is definitely a source of entertainment for her peers. So she's respected. She is considered a weirdo, but then she's not teased because she definitely has her charms. Okay, so that's pretty much it for today. Thank you.